While we're trading Forex here, I'm going to just do a quick rundown on crypto. So I still think for the majors, as we look at BTC, let me share my screen. Sorry. Cover some euros, guys, and then the next 1 minute pop, maybe we'll get back involved. So I don't have a monthly cross on this stochastic yet, and we had basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 9 week 8.6 frequency rally, right? And we've only had, this is only the third month on the downside. So typically when you have a really strong market, 2 to 3 month reaction is normal. If we took out last month's high, then you can be a little bit more bullish that it's just going to be a 2 to 3 month reaction, and then we can move back towards the highs. But if we can't take out last month's high here, then we got to think about really watching this monthly cycle play out a little bit more. And then the weekly cycle is already bottomed, so that is constructive, that is bullish. And so from a timing perspective, it's saying that the low is in on the weekly level. But again, from a trend perspective, we don't have higher highs. So that's why I've been saying 12,000 is so key. And that's still the pivot on the upside here. We want to get that 8-week moving average turning back up. All right, but the bands are still in place. So there is room here over the intermediate term to kind of move back towards the bands. And obviously today we're watching the lows from yesterday, and this low support area of 9,300 is pretty major. And then of course I've been talking about the daily cycle already rolled over off the highs right into that resistance. So if we take out 9,300 and you fail to hold the 200 day, because don't forget a lot of traders will have the 200 day. So if you can't hold 9,000, then we should probably retest high down here with the daily cycle. So I still think that's pretty high probability of happening. If we do hold, that's fine. That's, then our long positions are looking good. And then we can start to get aggressive once we're above 12,000. It's going to be the same on Ethereum. Still making lower highs. You did crack this lower low. So I still kind of think 200's in play here on Ethereum, down at 600. Litecoin, you can see the daily cycle on Ethereum and Litecoin have all rolled over. I'm just planning on selling half of my Litecoin position if we take out yesterday's low. If we rally, I was nibbling into those lows, pretty much bought the low yesterday. If we can get above the 8, then maybe we can get a little dead cat bounce still back to 200. And I'll be taking some profit there on these two last buys. Some of the other markets, Monero has been really strong. Monero is going to be one I add to when I want to get aggressive again. It held the bands yesterday. It's a pretty good uptrend line here. That was one we probably could have added to yesterday. I'm just being patient because these cycles look like they want to roll over. This was better pullback here with the cycle. Here you're getting a pullback, but from a timing perspective, it's not that great. So we'll see. That's a big spot. One second here. Just gonna I'm going to cover a little bit, guys, of this short on the other screen. Cover some euro pound, some of this euro short. The next bounce up here on the euro, up this wall now, right? What you just talked about, I want to be a seller. All right. So that's what I think about Monero. Cardano. We are going to talk a little bit about how to how to buy into a bottoming process, and that's what's kind of going on with Cardano. The way we're playing this one. I'll get into that in a little bit. This is just a patient trying to buy into a base that you're kind of anticipating in front of basically zero. We don't really have any weekly cycle data, but I guarantee you it'd be low. So there's a way to buy lower lows. We're going to talk about a little later. I haven't added any more there. I'll just kind of time that up with the overall market. But my next ad, most likely on Cardano, is going to be a much more aggressive than probably the most aggressive we've had since beginning of the year into last year. We stayed away for all of this. So it's kind of the same on salt. Been slowly accumulating. I want to accumulate into this $2 range if we see it. I think you probably have a hard time breaking $3. But it's $3 and then 2. And then basically 0. I think these two, Salt and Cardano, are going to be two of the biggest winners the back half of this year. I mean, this was a huge run. It's 500%. I think you're going to see the same type of move on this next cycle. That's what's happening. Just hit on. I just want to look at Dash, and Dash looks like it wants to retest 400. Be a buyer there. Ethereum Classic, I like the levels it's getting down to. We had some nice profit takes. Probably makes sense to add back to that one. This is a chart that has a pretty low daily cycle. I'm going to cover a little bit more euro. Nice sales though, guys. We sold the highs there. Sold the high on euro pound. Sold the highs on the euro. Got to cover some back here at pi now. And then this next rally, we're going to short. Right? So I like Ethereum Classic. And then just real quick, Neo and Gas. Gas, I've been waiting for a move back to. We had a good took position off right here, nice and tight. And now I think I want to play that one long again. Around 100,000 sats, right into that base from the lows from February. And I cut my Neo position yesterday when we broke these bands. I'm just gonna wait. I'm either gonna get back in, back above the 8 on Neo. The cycle's nice and low. I just don't like that it broke that higher low. I think the risk is you fall back to 60. That's what I think about that. It's the same thing with OMG. Broke the bands. I think maybe you get a shot lower. Anything else to look at? Stellar Lumens probably going to slide into 200. Talked about Ripple, or I mean, talked about Monero, Ripple. Ripple's just quietly probably going to test the 200. So, hey guys, I hope that helps. You know the key area to watch here on BTC the rest of the day. So.